Glasses. Oh.
You fine. Hey, what's up, my replay viewers? At least nobody ever was live. Like once you jump on this, we're not.
Yeah, but if it's somebody on the replay,
replay sees everything.
Yeah, they gonna see me looking extra
There's so many
crazy
replays
tonight.
I've watched of people that I'm like, you don't realize, live, you see all of this. They like fixing stuff.
All
like,
right, let's just.
But it's all good. It's acting up again. It's doing the thing. I'm about to cancel. All right. So, hey, we welcome you to another edition of Purpose for Forever. It is a little warm. So we're going to run this intro. I'm going to try to grab the fan in time. At the same time, is it in here? Or is it still out there? Oh, my mic ain't even plugged up. Oh.
Okay, so you did stop, then restart.
Nope. Damn time. We don't stop. We don't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. All right. Bam. Got the mic in hand. Listen, it's good.
Oh, somebody said something. Probably said, we can't hear you, fool.
See, Ashley Collins. Thank you so much. See, we keep it real. Keep it real up in this piece, son. So make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So
happy birthday, Ashley.
Oh, yeah.
Birthday today, yesterday?
I think today.
Today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay.
That's right. Can't stop, won't stop. Right there. Like take that.
Can you come on and get it together?
Thank you. All right. So listen, everybody on here, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. It's an opportunity to let everybody know that Purposeful Forever is in the building. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna try to grab the fan. All right.
You're doing way too much.
I'm doing way too much. All right, we're right back.
Me and you together, our purpose for forever. Won't let nothing ever tear us apart. Me and you together, our purpose for forever. Won't let nothing ever tear us apart. Me and you together, our purpose for
a lot still. Hi.
Is it a lot still?
Just sit down.
Woo! All right. And we're back.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay, don't do that.
It's Monday, guys. So we appreciate you guys.
It's Monday when we're on.
Right. I know. So it's Monday. It's like, things
right.
happen. It's Monday. So I'm trying to bring us back.
Yeah.
Bring us back and see. All right. So we appreciate you guys rocking with us every Monday at 8 p.m. Supposed to bust us on at 8 p.m.
Oh. Sorry.
Purpose for Forever. Thank you guys for following us your first time here. Appreciate you. If you're on a replay, just put hashtag replay on Facebook and make sure you share. Sharing is caring.
Oh, we look bad today. You look crazy. My hair is doing something interesting.
We keep it real. We keep it real, son.
Just a little bit too real.
Natural. All right. So last week we spoke about dating, and your intentions in dating. Are you dating to marry, dating to meet? And we kind of went into that. Today we kind of want to talk about dating your past. Are you constantly in the same dating cycle, meeting the same people? That's why some folks think, that men are a certain way because they're always meeting the same kind of men. Are you in a cyclic pattern of meeting the same person? Cyclic.
Okay.
It's a word. Look it up. It's a word. I asked Siri
Spell
right now. At CY click. Bam.
Okay.
All right.
Comments. I don't know.
Oh, there's comments.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
That's right. See? Au natural. He said, oh, yes, last week was a hitter. There we go.
Okay, would you share?
All right.
Focus.
So I'm focusing. I'm going to start sharing, and you're going to talk about, could you bust this out? This is your joint. I'm support. All right.
Okay. So hopefully we're going to cover just a couple of a few things. So yes, dating your past, the constant comparison. Everybody you meet, you're comparing them to the one good boyfriend you had in 11th grade, or whatever it is. So we kind of want to talk about those things. The whole, are you dating your past? Um, what is that?
What's that?
Because that was your that was the way you put it together. I don't know.
Right. Are you dating like so? Are you are you finding the same people that that you've had trouble with in the past? Like, are you running into the same kind of characters? Though you want change, are you still seeking out the same people with the same issues? And you can't, of course, issues aren't on your face, but if you're meeting people in the same place, that could be an issue. Are you meeting people with the same kind of characteristics? Like, you want certain characteristics. It's kind of like let's go take it far. Kind of meeting like I want an adventurous bad boy, but I don't want him always in trouble. Like that. This is kind of like his nature. This kind of things he does. So there's always going to be a level of drama that comes with certain people. And if this is what you want, then you're asking for drama. I want peace. Then you need to talk to those that are either quiet, either though not really. I'm going far, but those that are that are on the schedule or something. Like I want someone that has less drama. So someone that you may consider boring, those are people that have less dramas, and these are both ends of the spectrum. But these are kind of the things you need to look for when you say like someone that is adventurous, that's spontaneous. They you can't get mad at them if they're not on the schedule. Like you say, this is just kind of how they've been. They can improve. They can get better. Like, hey, your life would be a little more, if you was on a schedule, but you can't, how could I say, you can't expect that to change just because now you want it different. That makes sense?
Does it, guys?
But I'm just saying, so, whatever past behaviors that have caused you to break up, it seems like you run into the same people, right? That's kind of.
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. You came right here. Okay, so what do you consider about dating your past? Because
Well, see, this is where we always have the issue. Like the way the topic you come up with, that's your interpretation of what I want to talk about.
So how would you like to talk about it? It doesn't matter. We can switch it up. People are always on here.
Okay, so I don't know as far as dating your past, but I feel like a lot of times when we leave one relationship, we take everything from that relationship with us. What do I mean? Meaning that we a lot of times attribute a failed relationship to the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And so in our minds, I'm just going to find somebody else, but a 2.0 of this person. Like, I like how he did A and B, but the 2.0, I don't want him to do C and D. And so then we fall back into the same pattern because we're just dating the same person. It's like we're looking for the same things, but just an upgraded version of the same thing. We're constantly comparing this person to that person, and this person did that to me. I think it's a lack of accountability when dating. I think you have to hold yourself accountable to how you got in the relationship, why you got in the relationship, why it ended. What things did you do? I think when dating, a lot more time should be spent on you becoming the best version of yourself, as opposed to trying to mold someone into the person you want them to be.
Okay. So would you say that you should basically what you're looking for in your partner should just be in your partner? Like, you shouldn't be looking for them to change, especially off the jump. Like, there's certain things, there's qualities and things that you love or that you like and that attracts you, and this is accepting of who they are, right? Hey, what's up, Terry? You shouldn't be looking for, like, so you meet somebody, let's see, it's been a month, and there's certain things that you don't like, but you're with them because you want them to change. you shouldn't be looking to expect them to change something. Like say they smoke. This I know that's hard. Like they smoke. Like you like everything about them, but they smoke. You know, should you be looking to try to change them or keep them from smoking? If they've never even expressed a desire to quit. Not like this is a battle. Like I want to quit, but I can't. But this is just part of their habit. You know, they've accepted it. They like doing it. And let's just keep it simple. Smoking cigarettes, not even like smoking weed or anything, but smoking cigarettes. They just like to smoke cigarettes. They like everything else about them. You just they cool. Like first date, second date, and either you didn't realize it or didn't know it until one day you saw them lighten up. You know, like you're walking to the car. You walk to the car. They bust it out like, oh man, this dude smokes. Like,
right, but then I think that's where the being accountable to yourself comes in.
Okay.
Because the reality is, if you don't want to date a smoker,
right,
that's not the right person for you.
Right.
Not trying to figure out how
they like, and it's never perfect, but it's what I like. Man, I like everything in them, but this daggone smoking. Hold on.
Right. So in your mind, you're gonna change them. Right.
We like to play potter maker, or I guess. Geppetto, oh, we want to mold the person into the partner we want them to be, but there's only so much puppeteering we can do, right?
I mean, and the reality of that is it gets old.
Mm.
It gets old,
right?
Trying to turn somebody into something. It gets old trying on both sides, because if you're trying to turn me into something that I'm not, I get tired of hearing it.
Mm.
For me. And then if you're the person, you know, trying to do the making or the remaking, it gets old, because at some point you should just know. And they're like, man, that's not who I am.
Right.
You're expecting something from me that's not who I am. And yes, because I care about you, because I want to try to be in this relationship, I might try to give you what you're asking for. But the reality is, if it's not in me, you're almost fighting a losing battle. What do I mean by almost? Almost means that people change. Mm-hmm. Throughout your life, you're going to change in a lot of different ways. People grow, people mature, things happen, that people wind up having a reaction to. So people change. Right. But the reality is, I might not change when you want me to, how you want me to, and in the time that you want me to.
Right.
So it's unfair, again, to try to take a smoker and say, well, I like everything else, so I'm just going to get him to stop smoking. That's ridiculous.
Knocking out their hands or something, hiding the cigarettes.
You know, I always say people lie to themselves so freaking much. Right. Like, don't lie to yourself. Be honest with yourself. He's a smoker. I don't want a smoker. So you know what that means? I don't want him. Right. It's just that simple. We can't allow being alone or feeling of loneliness or the desire to be in a relationship be our driving force. Like, some people want to be in a relationship so bad right. They're willing to try to wade through anything just so I can say I have a man, or just so I can say I got a girl. And the reality of it all is you don't have either. Right. You don't even have that, because this person is doing they're totally doing their own thing. Right. But you're holding on by a thread. Sometimes in places that you're not wanted, you're not needed, and places that are detrimental to who you are.
Right. So the wanting to change, wanting to be in a relationship really bad, so much so, I've seen, people talk about, the non-negotiables. Some talk about 5, some talk about like 3, things that you want to have as a non-negotiable.
There's no number. Here's the thing. You are truly allowed to desire whatever you desire.
Right.
There's no limit to that. And whatever your desires are, they're yours.
So it'd be like 10 to 12, like specific.
But here's the thing. But you can't be upset, though, when you can't find
you can't check off all the numbers.
All 30 of your non-negotiables. I mean, you're allowed to wait for what you want.
Right.
But my thing is, wait silently. I don't want to hear it. When you got a long list,
I do.
oh girl, he
No.
had corns. Oh, he had bunions. Oh, I don't like the way his mama eat. Like all these.
Not the mama.
Oh, he let his mama sit in the front seat. Like, all of these ridiculous things that we consider non-negotiable.
Right.
You're allowed to have what you want. You could have a checklist. I know you hear all these people, I had a checklist and I prayed and God gave me everything on my list. Praise the Lord. I'm happy for you. And I'm not saying that God doesn't do that, but I'm just saying he's spending the whole world. Who got time to be trying to
go through my checklist? He got time. He count all the numbers in my hair.
I mean, he might,
can go through
but
my
that's a lot.
checklist.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's a lot. It's a lot to be asking Jesus. Can you stop watching the weather right now, God? Because I need you
Right.
to go ahead and
Don't worry.
pluck this out of Junebug.
Don't worry about them diseases over there.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
I need my
I'm
checklist
saying
done.
you are allowed to have, what you desire.
Right.
But at the same time, when you don't find it, it's not everybody's fault. Everybody's not guilty. Oh, I can't find the man I want, and man's a dog now.
Right.
Or there's no good men left.
0. Right.
I mean, that's unrealistic. The reality is, again, be accountable to yourself. Be accountable, hold yourself accountable at the same time. Like,
right.
Be honest. We want a lot of things. I know that society has made it seem like, that whole happy wife, happy life, or
right.
whatever. That is foolery. That is utter ridiculousness.
Indeed.
As a married couple, once you're unified, building a family, it should be happy spouse, happy house.
Right.
Both of us.
Right.
Both of us deserve to be happy. Now, don't misunderstand. There are going to be times that there are going to be things that have to be compromised.
Yes.
Right now, you may not be able to get exactly what you want, the way you want it, when you want it.
Right.
But that's the compromise in the relationship. That's we're both working for the greater picture.
Right.
So, I mean, I know in society, women feel like, oh, I deserve a man. Like, and you do. You deserve to have your heart's desire.
Right.
I think it's great. You should have non-negotiables. You should have things you want and things you don't want. But at the same time, I think, accountability and honesty goes a long way. Like, be honest with yourself. Like, what are you bringing to the equation? I mean, let's be honest. There's certain things that all women have. They all might be different sizes, but we all got it.
Right.
Use your imagination. It's pretty clear. We all got the same general parts,
right.
So if you convince yourself because you've inflated yours, it's going to be better. That's not necessarily the case. I'm just saying. Because some people think that's the answer.
Right.
If I go get my butt done,
right. If I lose some all
well, I mean, listen, losing weight is never a bad thing.
I'm gonna get it sucked out.
Listen, if you got some money and you want to get it sucked out, I think people have the right to do, whatever with their personal lives that they want to do. But you don't have the right to hold somebody to some imaginary standard that they don't know or don't understand.
Right.
And be upset because they don't adhere to it.
True. I mean, so when you're seeking a mate, I guess, like you said, being honest with yourself, right? And then having your standards or your 52 non-negotiables or 2 non-negotiables, like whatever it is that helps you to find the partner in your life, that you want to ride with. What do you do when, something, comes out later? Because, you discover so much on your journey, right?
Right.
And for me personally, go ahead, what?
Get to the question.
I'm getting to it. Don't be rushing me on my turn. You've been talking for a minute.
Yeah, but I was talking.
So I'm getting to it.
Really?
Rushing me? Like, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. All right. So, because I'm trying to formulate the question right. So, how do you? Are you done? Are you done? you done or are you done?
See?
All right. So now you made me forget after I'm taking my travel, taking my road there.
Instead
now
of
you got me
you
lost.
just going
Nope,
ahead, you
'cause
got to
if-
stop to address me.
Yep. Because you just, I don't, we're supposed to be rocking this thing. You just, you going off.
All right, you realize people watching.
Yeah. So, how do you do about when things down the line happen, right? Like I was gonna say, there's no number to how long you with somebody till you decide to marry. You could be with them a week. As quickly as you feel, as slowly as you take. 8 years may be long. It's a long time.
You're a career girlfriend. At 8 years, you are a career girlfriend. Listen, I'm not telling you it got to be a shotgun wedding. But if you have not decided I'm the one woman for you at 8 years.
I'm just saying, 8 years.
No,
8 years. Listen,
I
let's do
can't
that.
get
8
that
years.
8 years back.
We separated.
What we've been doing for 8 years.
Dating, having great dates.
No, you done seen and done everything.
Going.
No.
I'm just saying we're not having relations. You live there, I live
Oh,
here.
somebody's having relations. You may not be having it with me, but you having it with somebody. Let's be honest. 8 years, really? 8 years?
8
Come
years.
on, dog. We're not dumb. I'm not dumb. Somebody's having it somewhere with somebody.
5 years. Too long.
5 years is still a lot.
We did three.
That was on you. This joker right here, wasting
3.
the years of my life.
No.
Well, it was 3 because weren't you in school for some of them years?
Yeah, 3.
Well, see, that's
There's a lot of
different.
situations going on. We weren't we weren't really like adults living, all over like that. So it was like 3 years.
See, you done went down
I
the
did.
rabbit hole.
It's fine, it's all rabbit hole. Not like it's different when it's a common rabbit hole.
All right, come on.
Okay. So when you discover certain things, how do you feel about, like, say you're 3 years in and you discover some things that are uncomfortable or part of some of your list of things that are non-negotiable?
I hate the list. What do you mean? What do you do with 3? You have the conversation.
Right. Like you found out they got back into smoking, like they ain't smoked.
What is it with you and
because it's hard. Right, Dr. Rollins.
I'm trying.
Right.
He's I'm tired. I was asleep on the couch. It's rough tonight. I'm trying, and he's really, really pushing all my little buttons. Trees, help me out here. Don't throw me under the bus like that.
So yeah, like the smoking, it pop up. So do we try to must do it? He's like, yo, it's a struggle, and I want to stop. Do you?
Are you asking me, or are you asking what other people should do?
I'm asking. I'm asking too. I'm asking.
All right,
but it takes a while for them to respond because there's a delay, and then they got to respond.
And then
they got to think about it, and then
do about stuff. I'm just, if it ain't for me, it's just not for me. That's my general rule of thumb. If it's something that's not for me, it's just not for me. Would I just cold turkey cut you off? Nah, if you're cool and we have fun together, we probably still go hang out a little bit here and there, but please know that you wouldn't be the only person I'm hanging out with no more. Dating is not marriage. When you're dating people, you're dating people.
But 3 years, we exclusive.
Oh, but I'm gonna tell you that it's not my thing.
We're exclusive by now. It's me and you. Oh, not the friend zone.
That exactly.
Put back in the friend zone. I just worked my way out of the friend zone.
Like Dr. Rollins said, it's not for me. Like I said, we could be cool and we'll hang out some.
I'm just saying, me and the bogey we gotta struggle.
Yeah, well, that's your struggle alone. You, the bogey, and Jesus need to work that out. Because there's some things. You're only gonna live once, people. You only get one life. It is preposterous. To be trying to hold
unmitigated goal.
You about to work my last nerve tonight. It's ridiculous to try to hold on to somebody knowing this is not something that you want. is just ridiculous. You're only going to live once. I truly believe that there is somebody that's going to match your weird. There's somebody out there just as weird as you are, because we're all weird to some degree. So just as weird as you. Just as weird as you are, there's going to be somebody else that's just as weird. But you're only going to have one life. And then what happens, you spent 6 years trying to get Rollo to stop smoking. Now y'all finally break up because he wasn't just smoking. He's probably smoking and cheating or whatever it is. And then you get with somebody else.
Yeah.
And now Johnny got to spend 2 years trying to get on your good side because you bitter about Rollo wasting 6 years of your life.
Not bitter. You bitter?
Yes, because now I feel like Rollo has wasted 6 years of my life.
Johnny to whip out the boogie too.
Because
Is that what we wait for?
okay, I can't. I'm leaving.
No.
I can't do this with you tonight.
Don't leave. We're having a good conversation.
No, you being silly and I
A
can't.
little bit. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to lighten it up a little bit. Because, I mean, I get it.
It's not funny. It's serious. People need to
They do.
realize.
But they
like,
know. They know. A lot of people know.
They don't.
They know.
Mm-mm.
Y'all know? Let me know.
Okay.
Let me know.
I'm
Let me know.
so
I'm waiting.
over this conversation
30 seconds.
right now.
You're gonna get this, and then y'all let me know. But I mean, I mean, most people have an idea like that the path is not the best, but I think they hold on, hoping something will change.
Right. You
Over
hold
it.
on.
And we know that. We
and you
see it
get
over.
older
That's
and
true.
older
That's true.
and older.
Right.
And you cannot get those years back.
True.
You cannot get the time spent. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes people change. Sometimes you get what you want. It's a gamble. A
Yeah.
gamble you got to decide whether or not you're willing to take.
Right.
But if it's me, yeah, you're not getting 6 years of my life. Sorry.
It's 6. It's only 6.
Yeah, whatever.
He's 20, now he's 26.
Listen, them 3 years, he was on by a string. Think you're going to keep dating me for 50 years and not marry me? Not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
Nope.
All right.
I only got one life.
I got you. I mean, so the bottom line is, you gotta, the Bible says, count up the cost. You gotta know what you're getting into. You gotta understand, because everybody's, like I said, matching your weird. Everybody's different. Everybody got their issues. Everybody got their strong points. You gotta just know, like, can you deal with the issues that they have?
Right.
And am I willing to tolerate or to live with the issues that they have? Even if it's something that they are working through, but can I hang around while they work through some issues? I mean,
but that live with it, right? Live through. You said live through the issues they have.
issues.
That's where you see these people that have been married for 10 years, and she looked like somebody has been dragging her down a dirt road by her face.
Right.
She's miserable.
Right.
She's unhappy.
That's true.
She's just angry and bitter because she holding on, and it gets to a point where you don't even know what you're holding on to.
Right.
Change gonna come. He gonna change. I mean, come on, that's too much. I'm sorry, that's not my philosophy. I mean, I don't believe that you can change anyone. People change because they want to, or sometimes people change because they have no choice but to. But either way, you can't force them to change.
Right.
So, like, relationships are a choice. You make a choice to be in a relationship with somebody. I mean, yeah, you might see somebody and there's a level of attraction, but still from the attraction, I have to choose to be in a relationship with you.
Right.
So that gives me the freedom to choose not to be in a relationship with you or to not continue the relationship. And I think people should exercise their choice. Stop acting like that's the last man on earth. Me and Jumba, we've been down. I'm his day one, his ride or die. Right. He riding all over. And you slowly dying on the inside. I'm good. You can miss me with that one. I'm just saying.
So, I mean, like basically to sum it up, It's about
So
choice.
no, I got a question. So okay, so we talked about when you're dating, right?
Uh-huh.
And then or right, you break up, and then you go on to the next person. Should you be looking for? Okay,
So when do you work something out while dating? We've talked about fighting for marriage, but what about dating? Ooh, that's good. That's good. Whew. I mean, I guess it goes back to what I was saying about counting the cost. Is it worth the fight? You know, is this something that you want to fight through? Because, you know, depending on what it is, this may be the beginning of more fights that you're going to be fighting. You know, it's going to turn from fighting for it while you're dating and fighting for it while you're married. Like, is it, and, you know, when you're younger, sometimes it's hard to tell, right? You like, because in your mind, you know, you try to be optimistic, you try to be hopeful, especially if this may be your first serious relationship. You're optimistic, like it's gonna get better. You will work through this. We'll get through this thing. I don't know, like because it's dating. Like you're not intertwined. And a lot of times, like if Lexus or AJ came to me with it, I'm like, you're dating though. This is heavy, and you're just dating. You know, you haven't even married the person yet. Depending on the situation, like this is, and you're already fighting for something, and you're just dating. So it's hard. It's kind of like, yeah, it's rough. I don't know. I don't know if, depending on the situation, I don't know if I would fight for it. If I'm just like, yeah, this is not the fight I want to get into. You know, what do you think?
I agree with that for the most part. I mean, I definitely think it depends on what you're fighting for,
Right.
and then if it's a collective fight.
But
Like I can't fight to remain a part of your life, and the whole time you fighting to get away from me with your actions.
Right.
Meaning, you know, I'm trying to prove to you that I'm willing to stay and be here and whatever, and you're doing everything possible to tear us apart.
Right.
So I feel like it has to be a collective fight, something we're both willing to work towards and work for.
Right.
Then I think it's worth putting in the work. But it has to be, you know, a mutual thing. Don't get me wrong, people make mistakes, things happen. But you know, there are some things that aren't mistakes. There are some things that are choices.
Right.
And you still can make a wrong choice, but please know those choices come with consequences.
Right.
So when you choose wrong, that consequence may be you know, you lose the person that's a part of your life at that moment.
True. You was gonna ask a question. Maybe forget it.
Oh, I was just talking about. I was just thinking, you know, how people just you see girls that get the same kind of guy,
Right.
just over and over and over and over.
Right.
And I was wondering, like, you know, how does that happen? Like, what in your mind? Because they'll say, like, I knew somebody. All she ever used to say was, you know, she wanted a guy that was going to help her out, help pay the bills or pay the bills, you know, that worked and whatever. But nobody she ever dated was like that.
Right.
And I never really understood how that happened. So I was thinking, like, is that where we're lowering our standards? Are people getting desperate? Is it, you know, is it just a lack of honesty? Like you're not honest about
Right.
what you're willing to take? Like what happens? Like are you just thinking you're dating a 2.0? Like he's Anthony 2.0. Like am I constantly comparing them
Right.
to the person that they was with? So I was gonna ask you on camera in front of everybody. So when you were dating, what were you looking for? A Sam 2.0?
I mean, almost like just someone stable, you know, someone conversational, you know, like someone with no drama. I think that was the basis of you know what I was looking for in essence, like you know, nothing really complicated. You know, I'm just saying, like I didn't have like an extensive list, you know. No, I didn't want like a smoker. You know, like I'm just saying.
I don't know what it is, but you want to
I'm just saying that's because it's a real thing. Like it's I mean,
How
and
many people do you know that smoke?
I've been noticing a lot of people smoke.
How? Where are you going?
I don't just work. Just like everybody smokes, but so nothing like that was basically it. What about you? What was your looking for? The Ant 2.0? Can't get no better than this. Just saying.
First of all, let me just clarify that I knew that was gonna be your response before you even said it. But I'm the fun person. Like there's certain things that I'm not gonna deal with. So like, of course, I have in my head, things that I don't want. But as far as like specific things that that somebody has to have, I wasn't trying to find a serious relationship. So I just wanted to date. I just wanted to have fun. So for me, it was really different. Like if you was cool, easy to get along with, easy to talk to, and we could go out and have fun, I was good with that. I wasn't looking for a life mate. I had just had one of those. I didn't want, like I didn't really want that at the time. So I wasn't looking for, somebody to grow old with.
Right.
I just kind of was trying to have fun. I think dating should be fun. I don't think that's my personal opinion. I don't think if you're just saying you're dating, then you should just be dating. But if you're trying to find a lifelong mate, I think that's a whole different.
Get serious. Like when do you begin to take it serious? When do you begin to dig deeper into their life?
I think it's all based on what you want.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's based on what you want. It's an individual. There's no one size fits all with this stuff. I mean, some things, should be, but nothing is a one size.
She said, yes, dating should not be drama.
Right. Like,
a little bit. I might have a little bit.
No.
A little bit.
It shouldn't.
Yell at my baby mama real quick. I'll be right back.
That's too much.
I'll be right back.
That's too much.
Get on my nerve. We're going to talk about this tonight.
That's what I mean. Like, you see women, unfortunately, you the girlfriend and the baby mama, and now you're trying to kill the baby mama, and you a girlfriend. He just done made this way too much work for you.
Better not come up to this club. Better not. Don't you dare. Don't come up here.
Right. And
she likes to stalk.
You looking at people's windows and sneaking around. Like, that's too much work.
Right.
That's too much. Like, I feel like that's way too much. He done gave you a full-time job now.
Right.
With no pay.
Right.
Who does that? Like, we've definitely confused things. Like, it's not supposed to be life or death when you're dating somebody. Like, some of the things you see people deal with, like, that's husband-wife stuff.
Right.
Like, why are you arguing with his mama?
Right.
Trust me, when you get married to him, you'll have all the time. Once you get a husband, you'll have all the time in the world to argue with somebody's mama. And I'm just saying, as a girlfriend, there's some things. It's already
an issue during the dating.
Yeah, there's some things that don't fall under the description of a girlfriend.
Right.
And if he's asking you to do all these things already, then you really might want to look at what you got going on.
So maybe people that fall into the cycle of meeting the same person, they want it, but they don't want the traits that go along with that person. Like they ignore the traits that go along with that person. So what I'll say, like someone, you want someone that's stable at work, like they're not gonna be hanging out all night during the week.
Okay, so you want to date a rapper, right?
Right.
A rapper that stay home. He's home every night.
Right.
He's not in the studio late. He ain't doing videos with girls. Right. He's not, signing autographs here.
Right.
But you want him to be a successful rapper. Like some things come with the territory. Right. I mean, like, of course, everything can be tailored. Yeah. But I'm just saying the general practice is he going to have long nights and possibly early mornings. But you want to date a rapper and think he going to be there every night at 9:00 and he never going to miss dinner. And like some things we just have unrealistic expectations
Yes.
of people.
Yeah.
And then we wonder why we're single or why we're stuck on the hamster wheel of dating. You just keep bringing home the same hamster.
That kind of goes with someone that, you know, you want them to be successful in business and make a lot of money. 9 times out of 10, they go on a lot. You know, they're cutting deals. They're on the phone. You know, like they're busy making a lot of money because it takes work. You know, so you can't expect them to always be home or always. You know, they got meetings. And you have to check the patterns of what they're doing while you're dating. Like, hey, what you doing now? I'm at this meeting, and it's 11 o'clock. Like, this dude meets at night. Like, so you got to know this is his pattern. You know, while you're dating, so you have to understand what they do. What they're doing is what they're going to continue to do while you guys are together. You know, granted, he's going to make more time for you, but this is my life. This is my pattern. Like, if I run a club, guess what I'm doing at night? I'm at this club all night. You know,
right? So, and you sneak into the club with your glasses on in the corner like this, so I can figure out. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's too much work. Stop doing that to yourself. Right. Stop doing that to yourself. Right. It's not worth the anguish.
So just to wrap it up, we just be honest with yourself and know what you're looking for and what to expect, and you know, and the outcomes of the person that you're looking for. Like, if you want someone busy, successful, they're gonna be busy while they're being successful. And yes, you'll have money, but they're gonna be busy. You know, so. Just know what you're looking for, know what you're after, know what comes with certain people.
And move forward. Yeah. Like, if you dated Peter and now you done met Paul, stop telling Paul everything Peter did. Oh, and when I was with him, he did this. You're not going to do that to me, are you? What Paul going to say? Of course he's going to say, no, baby, I'll never do that to you.
Smoke. I don't smoke.
Would you stop with the smoking?
All right.
I just said, as long as you're looking backwards, you'll never go forward.
Yes, indeed.
When you meet somebody new, you have to meet them with a clean slate.
Yes.
You have to give people a chance to be who they are. And I shouldn't have to pay for whatever the person before me did. Like, you know, let's stop overcomplicating things. I mean, life is complicated enough. Just your regular life. Now you want to add somebody in with some extra complications. You're making this too hard. Love and relationship is supposed to be, you know, like a happy thing. Right. It's supposed to be beautiful. I mean, it's not always going to be magical. And some days it's going to outright stink.
Yes.
But on the stinkiest days, you are supposed to be able to remember you know, what the good days were like. Right. You know, everything, there's a good and I'm not even gonna say a bad and a not so good to everything. When the relationship get bad, that's a whole nother something. But there are gonna be times when it's not so good. There are gonna be times when it feels like it's for the birds. Right. But, you know, generally it's supposed to be a beautiful thing. Yes, sharing your life with someone is supposed to be great. Think about when you share something with somebody. Like, you're like, oh, you know, I feel like I want to share this with you. Right. And the feeling that you get from sharing something with somebody, that alone is like, oh, that, like, I felt so good. Right. So when you're sharing your life with somebody or sharing a piece of your heart with somebody, it shouldn't feel like you're being drugged down a concrete road. Mm. It just shouldn't. Indeed. Like I said, not so good times. Yes, there's going to be times where, you know, you might have to bite your lip, might have to roll your eyes, might have to do a lot of breathing. But as a general practice, you should not feel like, you know, you're being tarred and feathered. Right? Right.
Tarred and feathered.
Is just too much. I mean, it can be beautiful. Right. It can be happy. You can be happy. Right. But you have to be happy with you too. Like, you have to be happy. I'm happy before I get to him. So then he adds to my happy. Yes. So that way, on the days when I'm still happy being Sam, and he's not being happy, I leave him alone and I go be happy over on the couch or where it is. I don't depend on him for my happiness, because on the days that he can't give it to me, then I want to get then I want to get all angry, and now we're no. You know, and then we're fighting because I expect him to make me happy, and that's unrealistic. And I'm gonna stop talking. You better not. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We're here every Monday night at 8 o'clock.
Yes,
Actually, next Monday we have a great couple coming on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, we have a great couple coming on.
Yes.
To share their stories.
Yes,
They'll be
sharing.
They're gonna share their story and their
Yes.
journey with us. As always, we appreciate your support. We thank you for your time. So
as always, love intentionally,
love unconditionally,
and love on purpose.
Me and you